ending with her being hospitalized after a heart attack. But Kody, instead of stepping back or taking accountability, is said to already be planning his next move, a plan that reportedly includes leaving the United States altogether and starting over in Europe with Aurora at his side. If true, this isn't just scandal. This is betrayal on a scale that shakes the very foundation of the sister wives story. Meanwhile, Robyn Brown, long accused by fans of being the mastermind behind the family's downfall, is finally facing her own reckoning. For years, viewers have labeled her as manipulative, the one who played favorites and poisoned Kody against his other wives. Now, with her influence unraveling and her health failing, even those closest to her are turning away. And perhaps the most surprising shift of all? Meri Brown. For decades, Meri clung to Kody despite rejection, humiliation, and heartbreak. She was often criticized for her loyalty to Kody and even for her closeness with Robyn. But all of that began to crumble after the family's move to Flagstaff. Christine was the first to walk away. Then Janelle followed. And now, Meri is showing a side fans have waited years to see, a woman no longer willing to be silenced, no longer willing to protect Robyn's secrets, and no longer afraid to expose the truth. As season 19's second half looms, the sister wives' world isn't just fractured, it's in free fall. Meri Brown is no longer silent. After years of standing in Kody's shadow and quietly enduring humiliation, she's finally stepping into the spotlight, and she's not holding back. Recently, Meri reunited with Tamron Hall, the very host who once led the Sister Wives Tell-All specials before she was fired for asking the hard questions Kody and Robyn didn't want to answer. Their reunion was emotional, raw, and brutally honest. And for the first time, Meri spoke openly about the betrayal she feels, not just from Kody, but from Robyn as well. Meri admitted that Robyn was always the wall between her and Kody, a barrier that never allowed their marriage to recover. But now, Meri realizes it wasn't just Kody's rejection that broke her down, it was Robyn's manipulation. She confessed that she was used, that she gave loyalty to someone who never truly had her back. And while Meri is beginning to expose Robyn's betrayal, Robyn is spinning her own story. Robyn insists she always defended Meri, claiming she protected her even when the rest of the family turned away. But behind those words lies a different truth, one Meri is finally brave enough to see. The upcoming second half of season 19 promises to crack this wide open. In a newly released TLC preview, Meri is seen confiding in her best friend Jen Sullivan, admitting that many people have called Robyn a fraud, a manipulator, and a liar. Meri, still torn between loyalty and truth, defended Robyn in that moment, only for Jen to challenge her with one cutting observation. She acts like your best friend, and then she ignores you, and she hurts you. Either be real or don't. That one sentence seemed to break something inside Meri. A realization that the closeness she once had with Robyn was nothing but a performance, a one-sided bond that shattered the moment Meri was no longer useful. And that's when it hit Meri. Kody didn't just choose Robyn. He chose betrayal. He chose division. And he chose to abandon every otherwise. Fans followed the lives of Kody and his four wives, Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn. They've been through many ups and downs, but things fell apart in the family when they relocated to Flagstaff. They never recovered, and 3 of the wives eventually left Kody, leaving him with only Robyn. Many fans blame Kody's unequal treatment of his wives. Some even think the franchise should end after the upcoming season. TLC has already released a synopsis for the upcoming episode of Sister Wives Season 19 Part 2. According to the description, the first episode will feature Janelle moving from Flagstaff to North Carolina with the help of Christine. It will also feature the land Janelle purchased, where she's currently building her dream house today. The episode will also show Meri questioning her relationship with Robyn. After all the loyalty she'd shown, Meri still felt betrayed by Robyn and Kody. The synopsis added that Kody prepares to baptize Aurora into a new church. Some Sister Wives fans on social media discussed why they think the show should end after the season. According to the poster, they think there's nothing more for them to offer and that they're no longer even around each. Other. The latest season will also feature the aftermath of Christine, Mary, and Janelle's departure. However, several comments doubt that TLC will easily let go of the family, especially with the show's massive ratings. Others also think the network still has a lot of stories to cover, including the tragic passing of Janelle's son, Darison. Until ratings do down enough, the family and TLC will ride it out to the bitter end. I honestly only keep up through these subs to I don't even know how people watch a show that's 50% recaps, 40% filler, and 10% anything interesting. LOL. They'll drag out Kody's new house, Janelle's moving, and the sale of Coyote Pass for another 2 years at least. This season has seen the highest ratings in years, so I think at least one more season will age. Kody Brown's struggles go far beyond divorce and heartbreak. While many fans assumed his marital troubles were the center of his universe, the truth is that Coyote Pass has always been his obsession. What began as a family project, a chance to build something lasting with his wives, has turned into a source of tension, betrayal, and financial strain. When Christine returned her shares after leaving Kody, the responsibility shifted to Janelle and Mary. Janelle, who has never shied away from discussing her financial hardships, has been vocal about the challenges Coyote Pass brought into her life. Years of investment, effort, and emotional labor seem to have gone underappreciated, leaving her frustrated and financially strained. Mary, on the other hand, has been more reserved, carefully maintaining distance from Kody this season. But as the details of the land's redistribution emerged, even her patience began to crack. Throughout the second half of Sister Wives Season 19, Mary appears to be stepping into a new role, one that challenges Kody and his grip on Coyote Pass. Once fiercely loyal, she's now questioning everything, joining Janelle in exposing the financial and emotional fallout of the family's decisions. With both Janelle and Mary having sold their parcels, the landscape of power, property, and influence has shifted dramatically. The land that once united the Brown wives now symbolizes their liberation, and perhaps the final chapter of the family saga. As the dust settles, one thing is clear. Coyote Pass may finally mark the end of Sister Wives as fans know it. With the family divested from each other financially and emotionally, the stage is set for closure, or perhaps, as always, for the next storm to hit. Meanwhile, the next generation of Browns is stepping into the spotlight, and not without their own drama. Michael T. Brown, daughter of Christine and Kody, opened up in a People exclusive about her pregnancy struggles. In the September 29th episode of Sister Wife, "It is literally awful," Michael T. Brown admits, her voice raw and honest. In a candid confessional, she opens up about her upcoming C-section to deliver her twin sons, Archer Banks and Ace McCord. She explains to her family that, while she's come to terms with the procedure, she isn't thrilled about not being able to give birth vaginally. Christine Brown, ever curious and supportive, chimes in about the doctor's explanation, asking about the cloth that would shield her daughter. Michael T. laughs and corrects her, sharing that a curtain will block her view, though the doctor offered a mirror if she wanted to watch. Christine is ecstatic at the thought, joking, "Sign me up for that." Michael T., thoughtful and determined, explains in her confessional, "I want to see it because if I can't feel it, I want to at least know what's happening. I'm really excited for tomorrow." But while Michael T. faces the challenges of motherhood, another story unfolds behind the scenes, the saga of Coyote Pass. Kody Brown appeared magnanimous when he adjusted the ownership structure, granting Janelle and Mary larger shares before the land was sold. But Christine was left out entirely. She had already returned her shares years ago to put the saga behind her, yet her contributions to the family were immense. Christine was the ultimate homemaker, the nurturer, the backbone of the Brown children's upbringing. From preparing meals to baking desserts, from keeping the home orderly to ensuring the kids stayed active and engaged, she shaped their personalities and provided unwavering emotional support. While other wives parented, Christine was the den mother, quietly holding the family together. Her work was priceless, yet when the land was sold, she received nothing. A stark contrast to Janelle and Mary. Her children, however, know the truth. Peyton Brown, often the feisty presence on and off screen, melts in his mother's presence, showing the deep love and security Christine instilled in them. Even A. While much of the focus this season has been on the fallout from Koyo Pass and Kody's monogamous relationship with Robyn, it's impossible to ignore Kody Brown, the woman who gave Kody countless chances, who tried endlessly to make their marriage work, and who endured heartbreak that few could imagine. Kody wanted passion, but Kody's heart was elsewhere. She battled jealousy, insecurity, and frustration, yet she stayed, longer than most would have. Her perseverance was unmatched, and her honesty and emotional openness set her apart. Now, Kody has found love on her own terms with David Woolley, a partner who truly appreciates her candid, affectionate personality. For the first time, she's free to embrace a relationship that doesn't demand compromise on her strength or intensity. She's no longer pouring love and energy into a situation that isn't reciprocated, and she deserves to thrive. Yet, there's still the question of Koyo Pass. Kody's redistribution of the land granted Janelle and Mary $375,000 each, with Kody taking $750,000. Kody received nothing, a fact that feels unfair given her decades of effort. She was the ultimate homemaker, the nurturer, the anchor for the Brown children. She prepared meals, baked desserts, managed the home, and guided the children's growth, work that would have cost a fortune to replicate. While she may not want any part of the money, it's undeniable that her contributions were essential. Meanwhile, Mary's journey paints a different picture. Once loyal to Kody and protective of his marriages, she eventually realized her devotion wasn't returned. Mary's friendship with Robyn fell apart after her spiritual divorce from Kody, leaving her on her own. Despite being the third wife to step away after Kody and Janelle, Mary had long been isolated from the other wives. The polygamous lifestyle she had embraced for faith and family loyalty ultimately became a trap, keeping her in a